Hello and welcome to video instructions of the support arm A. And let's get started on this right here. Okay, I want to make sure already set up the snap to make sure that's already been set up. The snap, isometric snap, and the object snap. That's good. Okay, click OK. For the support arm isometric drawing, we want to make sure you have a printout of the drawing assignment so that you can use it as a guide. Okay, so what I have here on the screen already pre-drawn it is the isometric drawing of the support arm. And the easy way to do this one is to gonna draw it in two parts. Okay, part one will be the cylinder. Part two will be the other piece. So it'll be easy to look at the drawing when to start trimming some lines because once we sometimes it gets crowded on the drawing. Okay. First, let's take a look at some geometric symbols as shown right here. The first one is a diameter symbol 1.000, meaning the small circle. It has a diameter of 1. The second symbol right here, it means it's a counterbore symbol, meaning that this middle circle, it has a diameter of 1.5. And the third symbol means the depth of the counterbore, which is 0.5. You won't be able to see it from the front view, but you'll be able to see it on the top view right here. So let's put a dimension. This be the 0.5. You're gonna need that one if you can start drawing this one. Okay, so if you're gonna start drawing that one. Okay, let's get started on the isometric drawing. First, we're gonna draw the cylinder first. Okay, is that right? So we're gonna draw the three circles right here. So EL, press enter, input I, press enter, specify center iso circle. Let's place it right here. We can always move the isometric drawing onto this space right here later. So I'm going to start on this one here. Okay. Input D, enter. I'm going to draw the large circle first, which is 2. Press enter. Next, another ellipse, EL, press enter, I, enter, center of this ellipse. D for diameter. We're going to draw next will be the medium circle. Medium circle, it should be 1.5. Press enter. Okay. The next circle, okay, let's draw an ellipse. Ellipse, press enter, I enter, center of these two ellipses right there. D, enter. Diameter of that one would be 0.5. Press enter. Oh, no, looks like small. No problem. We can always erase that one. Ellipse, press enter, I enter. The center right there. Okay. Press D for diameter. And the diameter of that, it should be, let's take a look at the front view. It should be 1. Right, 1. There you go. Okay. So next is we're gonna copy this large ellipse. Press enter. Center there. Okay. You notice that one is not straight. So what we're gonna activate the ortho mode if it's not activated yet. Okay, so we're gonna change the function key F5. Okay. And let's see what would be that distance right here. Let's take a look at the right side view. It's 1.75. Okay, 1.75. Press enter. Enter one more. I'm gonna draw a couple of lines from the quadrant here to quadrant there. Press enter. Press enter one more time. Quadrant to quadrant. Press enter. And let's do some trimming. Select those two lines. Press enter. And trim this ellipse. Press enter. Next is I'm gonna copy. We're gonna copy this one. This for the counterboard. We're gonna copy this two ellipses. Press enter. Center. the center there. Okay. And that distance should be 0.5. Press enter. Go. So let's take a look at our drawing. Make sure it matches what we have right here for the cylinder. So I'm going to erase this and I'm going to do some trimming. All right, so it matches now. Now we have to draw a reference line. That's really important to have that one. So be line from the center of the back ellipse to the front center of the ellipse, which is center right there, and press enter. So that one matches that. Great. So let's draw the second piece right here. Okay, so I'm gonna draw me a line. Function key F5, and the height of that one be 2. Okay. Function key F5, hit it. We have a distance of 3 plus 0.5, 3.5. Press enter. Move the mouse upward. Put 2. Go back to that endpoint and press enter. We're gonna draw those two curvatures right here. Okay, so be line. Okay, the distance, what is that? 0.5. Go downward, 0.5. Draw another reference line, 0.5, up 0.5. Got those distances from the front view right here. Okay. Next is draw the curvature. Okay, so I'm gonna EL for ellipse. Press enter. I enter. Center of isocircle from endpoint there. Okay, and I'm gonna snap to the endpoint of that line. Okay, ellipse again. Isocircle from that endpoint. I'm gonna snap to the endpoint there. Okay. Let's do some trimming. Line there. Let's trim that line also. Go. Trim the ellipse. And also trim the lines. Okay, trim that one. We can trim, select the arc, press enter to go. All right. Let's draw those two small circles right there. We have a diameter of 0.5. Okay. So EL, press enter. Input I, press enter. Center of isocircle, this endpoint here. And we're given the diameter. Type in D, enter, 0.5, and press enter. Go ahead and copy that one. Endpoint to endpoint there. Let's erase this couple of lines. Don't need them no more. Okay. All right. And let's see. Let's go ahead and copy. Let's do a copy. This one, that one, and this art. Okay. Copy that one. Press enter. Endpoint. Function key F5. What is the thickness of that one? Let's take a look at that shown on the top view, which is 0.75. Press enter. There you go. All right. We have a line right there. Okay, so draw a line. Got to be from quadrant to quadrant. To trim that arc. All right, now I'm going to draw an ellipse. EL for ellipse. Press enter. I enter. So from the midpoint, function key F5. One more, hit it. And I'm going to snap to the endpoint there. And I'm going to trim this ellipse. Trim, select the vertical line, enter. Draw me a line there to there, enter. And I will just probably move this line from that endpoint to the midpoint there. Now that matches our second part. Now we're ready to merge these two objects. Okay, so I'm gonna move this part, select the midpoint of this line right there. Okay, now let's erase some lines. Don't need that no more. Don't need that no more. Then let's do some trimming. Let's trim this object to look like this object up here. Okay, so trim. Okay, gonna trim this ellipse. Gonna trim this line. Don't need that no more. And gonna trim this line. And there you go. Does it match the one on the top right there? There it is right there. Okay, ready to move. I'm gonna use the move tool. Move my object right there. Select my base point anywhere on the drawing where you can see it. I'll select it right there. Okay. Function key F8 to deactivate auto mode, and let's place it right there. Let's just double check our object. It looks pretty good. Okay. So save drawing.